freshman that everybody in college hoops talking about with Hannah Hidalgo.
There's not much this freshman cannot do.
He loves playing defense. He just seems to bait the ball handler somehow.
Fearless is the best way to describe number 3.
Welcome into another edition of Inside Look with Holly Rowe. I'm your host today, and we have the biggest superstar in the country, maybe not named Caitlin Clark today. Hannah Hidalgo, oh my gosh, you are just tearing it up. How incredible has the season gone for you so far? I feel like you feel very comfortable as a freshman.
Yeah, I am very comfortable. The season's been going so great, and I'm just excited for, kind of what we're building and what we have right now.
It's so wild to me because, we're still, weeks and weeks and weeks to go in the season, and you've already broken the Notre Dame freshman steals record, single season steals record, freshman scoring record, all the records. How are you doing this so fast into your first season?
Yeah, I'm just blessed by God. God has truly blessed me with the talent, and I'm just going out and I'm just having fun. And my coaches, they instill a lot of, trust in me, and they have a lot of confidence in me. And also my teammates have a lot of confidence in me, and they give me the freedom to go out and, just be me and just play free. And that was just, another big reason of why I came here because, the staff and also, my teammates.
So it's so crazy. I had the opportunity. We're in Paris, and it's one of your first games of the year. It is crazy. It's a small gym, but it is packed with people. It's this crazy environment, South Carolina, and you just seem unafraid. Like, how did you have such confidence? What was going through your mind in this big moment to have that level of confidence so quickly into your freshman year?
Yeah, so when I feel like I get myself, like I feel like I'm getting really nervous, I always pray and I ask the Lord just, give me peace, calm down. Obviously, it was a little bit of butterflies, but, when I stepped on the court, I wasn't nervous at all. I was just more excited to go out and, play my first collegiate game, obviously with my teammates and just in that atmosphere. So I was more excited than anything. And, I just went out, I just had fun.
Okay, well, you dropped some jaw-dropping plays. I was like, OMG. So after that game, I got to meet your parents. They were there, and I know they have been a huge part of your life. Tell me about having your dad as a coach. Like, how great has that been? How hard has that been? Like, what are all the things?
Yeah, it was definitely more good than bad. Having my dad as my coach helped me a lot because he was so hard on me and he pushed me to the limit because he knew kind of, what I could do. And I know a lot of people think daddy ball when they think of, parents coaching their children. But for me, it was like the complete opposite. He was the toughest on me and he was always, screaming and yelling at me. But, I was a little upset, but, I didn't really take it to heart. I just went, it was kind of tough love and, just went on and did what he told me.
I do think part of the reason you're good, though, is you've had that tough love and that experience of like, you had to start playing with boys early in your career because your dad is coaching this boys team and he just kind of throws you into the fire. How do you think that's kind of shaped you, though, of like, I had to do it?
Yeah, playing with boys, I say it definitely helped me so much just in my younger years, just playing with kids who are so much older than me and stronger than me and, faster than me. It definitely helped me for college, for girls who are not as taller, as stronger, as fast as, the guys that I played against who are now, some of them are in the league or like playing overseas, like stuff like that. So I would say it definitely helped prepare me for, my collegiate years.
Who's somebody cool you've played against that's in the league or that's playing at a high level?
I don't know. I would work out with I was in the gym with like Cam Reddish or like Lonnie Walker or Quade Green, like some of those guys. Those are all guys like my dad coached and I'll just be in the gym working out with them.
Oh my gosh, Lonnie Walker the fourth. Like I literally just covered one of his NBA games. So you're like in the gym as a little girl working out.
Yeah, just working out then, yeah.
That's amazing. There's a certain swagger to you. Where does the swag come from?
I don't know. I'll say it's grown on me. Because obviously growing up, I was extremely quiet. I would score and I would just sprint back on defense. I wouldn't cheer or get hype or anything. But when I was a freshman in high school was kind of when that passion, that energy really started, kind of coming out on me because I saw how it affected my teammates and how it really got my teammates hyped and excited and going. So then that's kind of that player that I kind of grew into.
So when I was young, everybody would always be like, the real ballers play at Rucker Park. Like there's this legendary pickup game in Rucker Park in New York City. And you had this iconic moment there. Describe this moment you had in one of the most famous basketball pickup spots in the world.
Yeah, just the whole event was just something like fantastic. And we're pulling up and it's just a line of people just wrapped around, just waiting to get in. And I don't think they were expecting, the girls' game to be as, exciting as it was. I'm sure they all came to watch the guys play, but, they definitely came for a show when they saw us. And, I was just going out and having fun. And I told my dad when I was warming up that, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna just do anything. So don't get mad at me, like after the game, like don't yell at me or anything, because I'm just go out and have fun. So as I'm playing defense, I get the steal and I already have it in my mind that I'm gonna put it between my legs. And I wasn't expecting to get fouled. I thought I had a lead in front of her that she wasn't gonna catch up to me, but she ended up catching up. But I still had in my mind that I was gonna put it between my legs. So I did it. She fouled me and I went in.
So would your dad get mad at you if you were too swaggy? He wants you to be more like fundamental? Is that what he would be yelling at
He
you?
just wants me to make sure that the ball's going in the basket. So if I'm doing like 360s in the air and like between the legs and I'm missing, then there's no highlight. So
Yeah, don't get too cute. Put it in the hoop, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I know we've talked a lot about your dad, but tell me about mom. Mom has kind of helped you navigate your brand and your NIL journey. How is she helping you kind of build the Hannah Hidalgo brand?
Yeah, my dad's definitely more of the basketball side. My mom's more kind of, behind the scenes with like NIL and, with school, which school is going in like academic stuff like that. So she's really helped me every step of the way. My dad lets her take the lead on all that. And so she's the one kind of talking to agents and stuff like that and just making sure my name is kind of getting out there. And she has, a lot of knowledge in that area. She's, a very educated woman. So she's been helping like every step of the way.
Okay, Hannah, this new list just came out, the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year. There's 30 men and women on this list. You are the only freshman. What expertise have you had to gain, or why have you become an expert so quickly on defense? Because you're breaking all the steals records.
Growing up, I was always taught that defense wins championships. So I was always the smallest. So scoring really wasn't my thing. But, you can never have a bad defensive game if you're working hard and you're giving it your all and you're kind of playing smart. So I always took pride in my defense, and that's if I'm not scoring, then I can get steals and go on a fast break and score that way. So defense kind of has like always been my thing with getting steals and picking people's pockets and stuff like that. So I've always taken pride in my defense.
So I just recently did a game of yours against Louisville, and your dad and I are DMing on Instagram about they didn't give you 2 of your steals in the game. And we're like, she should have had 9 steals in that game. They only gave you 7. I think your defense is leading to your offense. How much of that is like hand in hand?
I think you have to get stops in order to score. So, where you're scoring and then the other team is scoring, you're just going back and forth and it doesn't matter. You got to get stops and then go and score. And so I know, especially for me, that's how I get my offense going, getting stops and then, taking it the other way and scoring. And I feel like once you see the ball go through the hoop, for me personally, once I see the ball go through the hoop like that, then I kind of get a flow and get a rhythm going.
What's been your coolest moment so far of like somebody tweeting about you or somebody reaching out to you that was famous? Like, has there been any kind of cool, like welcome to basketball, this big stage moment for you?
Yeah, of course. I think KD on my first game was when he tweeted about, me in Malaysia, just, how we're freshmen and we're bringing so much excitement to the game. So that was pretty cool.
How cool is it though that like there is this freshman class? I would say you, Malaysia, Fulwiley, South Carolina, Juju Watkins, Kiki Rice. Do you guys talk amongst each other, or how cool is it that like this next generation is so strong?
No, we don't really talk. I don't really talk to them, but I played, with these girls, with obviously Malaysia with McDonald's and, Juju with USA and Kiki with USA also. So, these girls are really great girls, off the court. They have great personalities and they're just really great people. And then just to have that kind of basketball skill on the court is just phenomenal too. They're obviously great people off the court and I played with them. So they're great people. We don't really converse back and forth.
But it's probably more like rivalry, right? Like I'm assuming
on the court, it's just
okay.
on the court. That's really it. But off the court, I mean, we're cool.
Okay, and then Niele Ivey, I know that you went to Notre Dame, in large part because of who she is. I'm literally her biggest fan. I just think she is an exceptional woman and coach. What impact is she having on you so far?
Coach Ivey was definitely the biggest reason that I came here to Notre Dame. And, she was just great throughout the whole recruitment process. And even still to this day, I mean, she's just a player's coach. And obviously she loves the game and she wants to win just as bad as, anyone else and just as bad as me. I come here and I want to win. And, she's always watching film with me and she's just talking me through kind of every step of the way. And she's really calm. She's really patient with me, which I really appreciate. And obviously she was a point guard herself. So she knows my position. She knows what I went through, and she knows what it takes to, get to where I want to go.
I think that's interesting. You say she's calm and patient with you because I think she coaches her point guards hard because she did it. She's won a national championship. She's done what you're trying to do. How does she balance like kind of being hard on you and pushing you with being calm and patient?
Yeah, well, I told her in the beginning of the season that I need to be coached hard, that I need to be yelled at every once in a while. And so she will get on me, every here and there if I, make a couple mistakes in a row or I'm not doing something right. She'll, get on me like in the game. But then after the game, when the buzzer sounds, a win or loss, she's always coming up to me, talking to me. And she's, what you see is what you get. So she's always smiling and she's always laughing with me. So which I really appreciate.
I always think in great competitive people, there's a moment or you have these memories of like, I'm competitive because of this. Where do you think that came from for you? Why are you so competitive?
I think my household, we're just an extremely competitive family, whether that's playing outside 2-on-2 or if we're inside playing board games or video games. We are so competitive. It's never a time that we're not competing, either whether it's eating too. Like it's never a time where we're not competing against each other. So I think just growing up, we always had this kind of competitive mindset. We were always competing against each other for something nobody ever wanted to lose. So I think just growing up my childhood, we were always competitive.
Before I let you go, tell us one cool thing that nobody knows about you. Like, you guys need to get to know me more. This is something cool about Hannah Hidalgo.
I would say I enjoyed baking. Like I started baking like during the COVID year and stuff like that. And now I don't have too much time to do baking, but like in my off time, I will bake all the time.
All right. Well, you're still cooking on the court. You're cooking your opponents every time you go by them. I love it. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for your time today. It's so fun to get to know you a little bit better. And I've just loved watching you play. Like I've had a few of your games now and I have like 10 jaw-dropping moments during like I'm not supposed to root for people. And during the course of the game, I'll be like, oh, like it's so hard to sit there and not react because I'm like, good gracious.
Thank you so much, Ali.
Well, thank you for the jaw-dropping moments. Thank you so much.